This position is going to be a great one to mobilize or stretch your hips into more of an externally rotated position. So this one, you just want to make sure you don't want to feel a pinch or compression in the front corner of the hip. You want to make sure you feel this more in like inner thigh, groin, as a stretch, something that's tight, nothing that's really pinching, especially in this top corner. So I'll show you from two angles here. So one is going to be from behind me is probably a good way to look at this. I'm going to take my knees and I'm going to keep them in line with my feet, and I'm going to take them as far apart as comfortable. Hard floor is probably not the best place to do this because it'll put some pressure and it'll be sore on the inside of your knees. So carpet or a mat works well. Now if you do this on your hands or down on your forearms, I like to go more for the forearms, and you don't want to do this in dress pants, which is what I'm doing. So you go back, hips towards your heels, and you should feel some pulling into your inner thigh, groin area. Now, looking at me from the side, one common mistake with this, I'm going to use this mat actually, is going to be, as I get down into this position, if I let my pelvis sag forward, my back drops, that's going to already compress the front of my hip a little bit. So as I get ready to go back into this position, I want to think about tucking my hips or tucking my butt underneath me to flatten my lower back, and then I'll try and keep that as I push back into this stretch. Now if I don't feel too much, I can go a little further. I think my pants might block me. And I want to feel a fair amount of tension. As soon as I start to feel tension, I'll usually try and do a little bit of a pulsing motion in and out of that stretch. And typically as I pulse, I may find that I can start to go a little bit deeper. Really good to work into this turning out or external rotation position. I can do it down on my forearms, or if I'm more comfortable, I can come up onto my hands. But up here, you're going to see there's more of a tendency for my back to dip. So I just really want to watch that I can keep my pelvis tucked. But for me, I feel like I get a little better stretch the further down my chest comes towards the floor. And then I'm just going to lightly rock in and out of it. Really trying to make sure that my back is not dipping forward, that I keep it tucked under. Typically, if I keep it tucked under, I'm going to be able to go a little deeper into the motion. And I'm less likely to get that pinch in the front corner of my hip.